Hi, I'm Dan Campanini, Deputy Chief of Field Services with the Yonkers Police Department. The Yonkers Police understands that our crime prevention efforts are only as strong as our relationship with our local residents and businesses. And that's why I'm happy to introduce our latest community outreach program, the Police Business Security Initiative. This program is a voluntary collaboration between the Yonkers Police and local businesses. It is designed to improve security for merchants and help fight crime. We will train store managers and shopkeepers in best practices in crime prevention and store security. Upon request, the Yonkers Police can conduct site survey, including suggestions for crime prevention through environmental design. We will also keep updated business listings on file in case of emergencies. And for interested parties, you can choose to opt in and share access to your commercial surveillance system with our investigators. The video you are about to watch is a recording of PBSI training session conducted by our Community Affairs Division and made available for public use. We hope you find the video informative and useful. If you have any questions about the video or are interested in signing up for the program, please call our Community Affairs Division at 914-377-7375. You can also send an email to the link on the screen. Thanks for watching.
Protect their property and do almost like a shop watchers program where we teach business owners how to target harden your business, how to help your employees, maybe if they're victims of a robbery, what to do, what not to do. And that's kind of how the PBSI program was created. A good side effect of the program is it helps the department update all our business listings. So in the computer, we have your current information. If we need to contact you, if there's an emergency, God forbid a fire or a crime that occurs somewhere around, we can get it. And it also enables the department to get your video. If you choose to share your video with us, we can have video from it. So I think it's a good program. You guys are making history. You're the first group that's gone through the PBSI program. So I want to thank Pedro and everybody else that came here tonight to help us. I also want to thank the Community Affairs Division. They did a real great job. You'll see with the PowerPoint, explain everything. Captain Ward's guys, Police Officer Justo, Police Officer Bowen, and then one of my detective sergeants here, Tony Ukash. So with that being said, we'll go through the program. If you have any questions, you can stop and let us know what you think, all right? Thank you for coming out.
Okay, so the Police Business Security Initiative, we're going to just call it Shop Watchers, is something that we based on our block watchers, like the captain said. So before we get into it, I just want to say that with everything that's gone on this year and in general, it's very, very important for us to have good relationships with the community in Yonkers. It's extremely important that you guys have a stake. You all own businesses, you work here. I'm sure many of you live here. So having a good relationship, working relationship is very, very important to us. So we just find that ongoing cooperation is imperative for us all to be successful. We need you guys to observe, remember, record suspicious activity that takes place in your business neighborhood. We're going to train you to do that tonight, and we're going to respond more quickly based on your training. It's going to help us both. So, you guys are shop watchers after tonight. You are concerned citizens that observe and report suspicious events and emergency situations. You don't have to be the owner of the business. You can then tell your employees when you go back exactly what we tell you. You can give them the paperwork and say, this is what we need you to do. We don't want you to get involved with stopping the crimes. Unless there's a threat to your life or a threat to someone's life in your store, or you feel like you're not going to survive an incident, we want you to call and report it to us, and we take care of that part. We just want you guys to be good witnesses and make sure that you're safe, your store is safe, your employees, people in your stores are safe. We don't want anybody to get hurt. You're going to maintain a relationship with us in community affairs and with the detective division. Anytime that anything goes on, we might come to you and say, hey, listen, we know that you had an incident outside. Can we get a look at your cameras? You can turn around and say, listen, I got a group of guys that won't leave the front of my store. Can you send some community affairs guys by and speak to those guys? A little bit of a give and take relationship between the both of us. You're going to get to know your neighbors and their stores, and you're going to get to know what their normal day looks like. So if they have 4 or 5 cars parked in front of their store every day, and that's normal, when we show up in response to a crime, you say, no, all those cars belong there, even though they're double parked, that's the delivery guy, that's this, that's that, that's the guy who owns it, he lives upstairs. You're going to let us know the normal lay of the land, because it's not information that we're going to have, but stuff that you're going to know. The goal The ultimate goal is to reduce crime, the main goal of tonight. But we also want to increase your community awareness and your sense of security in your neighborhood. And we want you guys to get to know each other. We want you to build a relationship with us and you get to know us. And we're going to teach you crime prevention techniques that you can use on a day-to-day basis. We're also going to tell you exactly how to report things and how to remember things so that we have good information to go on. Because anybody can just call and say, they're robbing my store, but that doesn't really help us. We need to know how to get the information to us, and we're going to show you that tonight. And we can deter. Go ahead.
What number will you call?
I'm going to go over all of it. It's in your paperwork too, but I'm going to go over it at length. We're going to deter criminal activity before it even happens by looking out for stuff, suspicious stuff. And we're going to address quality of life issues, because if you start to reduce crimes on a day-to-day, your quality of life is going to go up. So, you may not know it, but your business is being targeted, and it's not just you guys. Every business is a target all the time. So, when are we going to call 911? A 911 situation is an emergency that is not under control. So you're going to call for these very serious incidents: homicide, fire, robbery, explosives or a bomb threat, assaults, burglaries, gunshots, serious accidents. If cops are walking a beat in front of your store and they're in trouble, you call then. Smell gas, if someone's injured, someone falls, breaks a leg, or if you have suspicious persons that you feel are right about to do something. They're in the back of my store, they're going to break in, I see the crowbar. You're going to call 911. That's an emergency situation. The other type of situation when you call for police is a non-emergency, and you're going to call 914-377-7900. That's our non-emergency line. That is specifically for situations you guys are going to encounter on a regular basis. I got a guy in front of my store peddling every day. He's selling loose cigarettes, he's cutting under my business. There's cars double parked all over the place. There's garbage out front of the store, and my customers can't get in and out. The guy down the block's blasting the radio, and it's scaring my business away. The street light's out, and the road has a pothole, and it keeps blowing people's tires. This type of stuff you're going to call a non-emergency line. It's in your packet, and this is the type of thing that we're going to really be interacting with. Obviously, you call 911, you're going to get immediate response for whatever incident's going on. But this is for more the day-to-day stuff that's going to come up. So when you make the call, you have to first decide, is this an emergency or is it not? If I don't have to call right this minute to prevent someone from getting hurt or killed, then I can maybe wait a minute, I can compose myself, and I can call the non-emergency line. You're going to calmly say, I wish to report whatever's going on. Even in an emergency, you got to stay calm. I'm a shop watcher calling from, and you tell them the business address, and we're going to have it all on file, and our headquarters is going to get a record of this business at this address, this owner, contact information. We're going to have all that starting tonight. What's happening is very important, but even more important than what's happening is where it's happening. So the first question you're going to get from a dispatcher is, where is your emergency? And you're going to tell them the location, because they can start people immediately before they even know what's going on. They can get people responding to the location and figure it out as we get there. So what's happening, but where is much important. Then you're going to get into who's involved. Is it going on right now? Did it happen in the past? Were there weapons? Was there a vehicle? And then you stay on the phone, because if you call and say, listen, I got a guy in my store, he's having a seizure. You got to send help, and then you hang up. Well, if this guy gets up and walks away and he's okay, now the ambulance is responding, cars are coming from all over the place, or if it gets worse, you need to be on the phone and let them know, update them with the situation. You're going to give the exact address, and in your stores you're going to know that, and your employees are going to know that, and they're going to be able to find that out. But if not, if it's right down the block, you're going to say, hey, I'm at the corner of this and this, I need you to send somebody here, and even if you go meet them outside, and you can say it's right around the block, whatever it is. And an exact address is important, but a general location is just as good. And even if you have to use landmarks, like I'm by the water tower on North Broadway, can you send somebody here? Something like that. When you're describing a vehicle, you're going to give the license plate number if you have it, and you're going to tell the state too. So if you got a guy that just did a robbery and he jumps in a car, and you say, I got half the plate, but the plate didn't look like a New York plate, it was another state, then we can know, all right, we're going to run a New Jersey, Connecticut, New York plate and see maybe if we hit on that. You're going to know anything unusual about the car, if it's multiple colors, if it's damaged, if it doesn't have plates, if it doesn't have lights, things like that. What year is it? Is it old or new? If it has any outstanding features, if it has a bumper sticker on it. That's the kind of thing you're going to want to remember for vehicles. For individuals, you're going to remember as much as you possibly can about the person. Their sex, their gender, race, height, weight, age, complexion. If you know their eye color, if they're wearing glasses, if they have scars, marks, or tattoos, you're going to want to remember all of that. And you don't have to be exactly right, but if you say, hey, there was 2 guys in here, one was 6 feet tall white, one was 5 feet tall and black. Right there, that's a lot of information that we can start to use to find these guys that did whatever crime. How did they get away? Did they run? Did they drive? Did they get in a blimp and float away? Anything helps in that moment. And then stuff that, you know, is also important, stuff they're wearing, their hair, stuff like that. You know, not as important, but it can help. Like, hey, he's got a weird tie on. Okay, maybe that's a thing that leads the patrol cop to stop the right guy down the block. So, when we come to the actual hardening of your business, there's a lot of things that you can do. I noticed some when you fill the forms out, you don't have cameras. You're going to want to have cameras. You're going to want adequate lighting, like we don't have here tonight. We have a bad light outside, doesn't turn on. That can lead to crime activity occurring in your business. Your window units on your air conditioners, you want to screw them in the summertime, and you want to take them out and cover that area in the wintertime to prevent push-in burglaries. Alarm systems and cameras. If you can do them, you should have them. They're very, very helpful. Lock all the windows and doors, and if you have valuables inside, secure them inside. If you have cases, or if you have a safe, if you have cash, make sure there's an extra layer of protection and security with those items in the store itself. And then lock all your doors and remove all your valuables from visible locations. So if you have a bunch of nice stuff in your store window during the day, pull it out of there, put it away during the night, and that right there will reduce the likelihood of crime. When we get to the part about your neighboring businesses, you're around these people every day, so it's good for you guys all to know each other's habits. If you and another store open at the same time, and then you notice one morning he didn't open up, but his roll cage is half up, then you say, hey, there's something off with that. It's a little weird. The lock's broken. Let me call. Let me say, hey, I'm over here at this location. This is what's going on. And you know that, hey, they're on vacation this week. There's someone in the house. They shouldn't be there. Same thing with the business. No one's in this week. They're closed, but I see the lights on. Let me call and just let the police know what's going on. You can call right to the Community Affairs Division. You can call us and we'll come down and we'll check it out. And then if if you have neighbors are expecting deliveries, workers, you get their home numbers, you get their cell numbers, and then if we come and we have a problem at their store, we can turn to you and say, hey, do you know this guy, this owner? Then how can we get in touch with them? It helps us all. And you guys do that with each other. It builds community between you. There on the table here is our tip 411 cards. This is an anonymous way to report crimes that happened in the past. You can just send text. You don't have to put your name or anything. There's guys on the corner of this and this location, and they're selling drugs every day. If that comes in, that's very helpful to us to know at least when and where things are going on, and it's totally anonymous. I'm going to give you the cards now, and this way you have the information. Any questions on tip 411? Anybody can do it with a cell phone. You guys all have it? You have a question?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. And that's it. We thank you for your participation tonight. And any questions you have, now's the time. My partner's going to talk to you very briefly about site surveys, which is something that we also do. But if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them for you. And just let me know. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Officer Justo, also from the Community Affairs Division. Part of the services that we offer also are site surveys. We do them for like schools, places of worship, businesses, apartment buildings. Part of what that is basically we'd walk through your business, kind of what Officer Bowen was speaking about, and look at any vulnerabilities to the outside world that could possibly, affect your business. He kind of touched on part of it of, cameras, but there's other things too. There's just like environmental things around your store or even in your store that you might not realize that could it could make you more of a target. So even some businesses you might notice have, a good way to advertise is you blast out the whole window with a giant sticker advertisement. Now patrol driving by, I can't see if something's going on inside your business. So there's things like that we might make suggestions for. Even if you're inside your business and there's certain displays or the way you have your business set up, you're actually taking away your own ability to see everything going on in your store. You know what I mean? Like maybe this case is a little too high. I can't see the person over on the other side of the case. If I can't see them, they can't see me. They feel more comfortable to be like, well, now this is in my pocket. You know what I mean? So it's little things like that that we walk through and try to point out to you, and we make a little bit of a report to hand off to you, and then just suggestions that might be able to make you less of a target, so then maybe you don't necessarily have to use some of the tips that you learned today. You know what I mean? It's preventative measures. But that would be another just service that we offer. It's just something like if you guys want to request it, like Captain Ward gave out his business card, you can call there once they approve it. You know what I mean? As the time's there, we're able to come out and try to do what I was speaking about for you guys. Okay, so that's just another service that's available to you if you feel like it's something that can help your business. Okay. Yep.
Everybody got a card? Yeah. This is Officer Juice is saying, email me, give me a call. If you want that, check out your property, whatever. Okay? Start this, sir.
So guys, just as the final thing here, and this is optional if you'd like. So the logo for our program, Police Business Security Initiative, it's here. You could put this in your store somewhere on your window to let people know that you and your employees are aware of crime. You're aware of what to do. You're kind of trained in what to do, and this actually could be a deterrent to help you and to keep people out of your store. Maybe they'll know, hey, this guy's kind of watching things. He's watching his business. I'll move on to another store. So everybody that completes the training here tonight is going to get one of these. You guys will be the first group that went through. So actually get a round of applause for these guys. Very good, very good. All right, so we'll hand these out to you on your way out. I want to thank everybody. Any individual questions you want to ask, please ask our officers. Again, I want to thank Captain Ward, the members of the Community Affairs Division. I want to thank our Commissioner, John Muller, the Mayor Spano, for helping us out and always supporting police programs. So have a good night and enjoy yourselves, all right? Take care.
Thank you.